So the conversation down there at the NFL's annual league meetings at the Breaker Hotel in Palm Beach, Florida, this iteration of it was the push heard around the world.
The push heard around the world. I like that.
Everybody had a take. Everybody had an opinion.
Yep.
Apparently so many opinions that they couldn't even decide on a vote. Not, can we decide to vote? No. We'll do that in March. So, in May, rather. So guess what? That's another 30 more days of tush-push conversation. The groundhog did not see his shadow. So we'll be right back in this. Monty, where do you land on what the tush-push, what the eventuality should be? Should we ban it? Should it be legal? Should we all shut up? Is everybody complaining? Your take.
It's real simple for me. Just because you can't do it doesn't mean it should be taken out. Figure out a way to do it. Figure out a way to stop it. Jalen Hurts can do it successfully over anyone else, and just because you can't figure out how to stop him or how to have success with the same play, I don't see why you take it out. Come on. Stop being a little baby about it.
So, first of all, I will not stop being a little baby about it.
Be a little baby about it.
I will continue to whine and cry. And the reason, number one, why I'll continue to whine and cry, is not because of player safety and all of this.
Okay,
and I understand, look, that's
a real thing. Yes.
Well, it is, but the NFL is not. Look, playing football is like drilling for oil. There's not a safe way to do it.
There
but
is
we
not.
all are going to watch it, just like we all get in cars and drive. You know what I'm saying?
Stop, yeah.
Stop,
you're right.
It's not. So it's like the idea that player safety matters, it does.
It does, but it doesn't.
But it also, we're still going to drill for oil. We're still going to watch football. Guys are still going to get hurt. It's just the reality of the situation. So incrementally, player safety here or there on the tush push, I can take it or leave it.
Okay.
My reality, it's boring. It is boring to watch on TV, and I am here for a good time. I'm here for a good time flat out. Hey, okay, Monty, I hear you arguing. You say, wait a minute.
I have so many things. I'm letting you finish your thought because I have so many things to comment on that.
Wait a minute. You can't do it. That's why you're crying about it. You can't do it.
You can't stop it.
Okay.
Thank you. You can't do it and you can't stop it. That's your problem.
All right, so let's play it out again. I told you about the theme of this show. Play it out to the farthest logical conclusion. What if you're telling me that, okay, the Eagles can do it, and then after a few years, now all of a sudden, the Lions can do it, the Seahawks can do it, the Chargers can do it, the Raiders can do it, and the Dolphins can do it. So now every Sunday in that 10 o'clock red zone window, instead of watching actual plays being called, you're watching an octobox of people pushing other people in the butt.
First of all, it is a small percentage where this happens, and the Eagles are the only ones that do it. So you're giving me a hypothetical where all of a sudden everyone's going to be able to do it? If they could do it, they would have been doing it.
I'm not saying all of a sudden. The tush push has been in for what, 2 years? So let's say over the span.
In for 2 years because somebody just started doing it, but it's always been available to you.
Sure, it's always been available.
It's always been available.
But we've seen the play, just like the Wildcat was a wild for a thing, just like 11 personnel with Sean McVay. You could always have done it. But it was one person to really do it. Allen Iverson was not the first person to have a crossover, but he was the first person to be one of the people that's the Iverson crossover, right? So the tush push, while always available, sure, it's Phillies. But at one point in time, the forward pass was only Michigan's, and then all of a sudden, teams around the league, they saw him do it and they started copycatting it. So that's what I'm saying. Only one team can do it. What's the problem? The problem is what happens when 8 teams can do it. Are you still in favor then?
Yeah. What's the difference between Brock Purdy handing it off to Christian McCaffrey and rushing for a yard than just Jalen Hurts being pushed in?
One of them is a football play and the other one is a rugby play.
But they're both boring. They both don't look fun and exciting on TV. They both look boring. That's what you just said. It doesn't look exciting when I'm watching it.
So hold on. And as a guy who, now mind you, I am a full-on card-carrying nerd. I'm watching offensive linemen on 1 yard dives. I'm watching the guard kick out and take out a linebacker. I'm watching the tackles come. I'm watching to that point. I'm watching Trenton Williams at 6'7", 360-something pounds, run at 35 years old all the way across the line of scrimmage, coming around to be like, Leighton Vander Esch, would you like me to end your career right here? Because that's exactly what happens on plays that are 1 yard dives, 2 yard dives, and that's what you see. But instead, we're literally watching. Every single tush push looks exactly the same. Every single 1 yard dive don't look exactly the same.
Yeah, but again, if it's successful and Jalen Hurts hasn't literally been hurt, you're going to take it away just because you can't do anything about it?
No. I'm not saying that you can't do anything about it. To me, is almost secondary to the fact, okay, let's say nobody can ever do anything about it and everybody starts to do it. Then what? You got eight teams in the league doing it. Is that a good thing?
And so the hypothetical you were giving, though, is not going to happen in the next 1, 2, 3 years.
It could, and I think
I don't think so, because then we would be doing it.
When you guys see the Eagles walk up to the line, you know it's 4th and 1 or whatever, and you know what's coming.
You know what's coming.
Do you not roll your eyes a little bit when you see them line up in that formation, two guys flanking Jalen Hurts?
You know what? Don't let them get to the 1 yard line.
No, I get it, but that's the thing is part of football is you're gonna get to the 1 yard line at some point. It's just there's no don't let them do that. It's gonna happen at some point, and it's just to me it's just BS. You can just get it no matter what. What makes football so great is that it's like a chess game.
That's our producer Ian, by the way.
I hear what you guys are saying, but that's not where we're at, right? It's one team
and
one player. We are not at the hypothetical you are giving me.
Okay,
and let's say, you know what? If we're here in 3 years and all 8, 10 teams are doing it, we'll revisit and see if I change my mind.
But to the point, 15 years ago in the NFL, you know what every roster had on offense? A fullback.
Right.
A fullback.
Yes.
Now, a fullback. You know what every roster had on offense? 2 blocking tight ends. You know what nobody's got now? Some people don't even have 1 blocking tight end. And Trey McBride is getting paid more than running backs. Okay, the league will change throughout time. Things will change, and when people see you don't get Trey McBride resetting the tight end market without George Kittle before him, without Travis Kelce before him, without guys like Jimmy Graham and Shannon Sharp before them. When the tight end position becomes a position where it's these guys are real passing threats, all of a sudden, that 6'4" receiver, like Kelvin Benjamin. Remember Kelvin Benjamin, where he was 6'4", but he was, he's a little big for his size, a little big around the gut. They say, we're going to try him out. He would have been cut. He's like, no, we're going to run him at tight end for a little bit. Ended up still getting cut, but the fact remains, it's kind of like when you have a defensive lineman who stinks. He's but he's still big, so you try about an offensive lineman. If he stinks there, then he's a used car salesman. Right? It's down if you have a wide receiver 6'4", they're going to move him in a tight end just to see if I might have another one. We have Kyle Pitts being drafted with the 4th pick in the draft because it's things in the NFL are cyclical. It changes.
Right.
So you see this? It doesn't – you know what? The final thing I'll say on this, because we've already seen this to be true. Patrick Mahomes, for example, hasn't taken a quarterback sneak in 2.5 years.
Yeah, and he's not going to.
Do what you do.
He's not going to.
But again, puts you to the furthest logical conclusion. It works for Jalen Hurts because he squats 600 pounds. That's unique for a quarterback. Are we still good with this when you used 49ers earlier? Let's say 49ers, Jordan Mason comes in the game, a guy who's a third down back who just happens to squat 700 pounds, and we're pushing him into the end zone? Are we good? Are we all good here?
What is the difference with just a handoff in the 1 yard? I get what you're saying, that it's a football play, but your initial thing was that it's boring.
It is.
And so on the 1 yard line, aside from a pass, any type of handoff or push is going to be boring.
Well, if you think that a regular 1 yard handoff is boring.
But it's the same. It all happens in the blink of an eye.
I fundamentally disagree with this premise, by the way, that handoffs, because
and it's off the 1 yard line. That's specifically what I'm talking about, right? When you're so close, I feel like both of those plays are, to me, very similar in how they look on TV, which was one of your arguments. But yes, if we're gonna have running backs be pushed in instead, then have your running back be pushed in instead. Are you trying to score? You're trying to score.
This is all Frankie Louvu's fault. Frankie Louvu had an opportunity to take a stand. He had an opportunity to go out there and sacrifice what needed to be sacrificed to make America and NFL football a better place, and he decided to stop jumping over the line of scrimmage in the NFC Championship game. He should have forced them to allow Philly to touchdown, and then you'll hear all these people talking about, but real football, because that would have been anti-football as it gets.